There's a strange pattern that I've noticed in my relationships with Filipinas. A Filipina will say to me, "I'm thinking too much. I'm getting sick. I'm thinking too much. I'm sorry." Something like that. The message that I'm hearing is that somebody is thinking too much. Now, what I find interesting about this and puzzling is that it's usually the exact opposite of what's actually going on. If I ask a Filipina, "Have you read one of my books?" Here it is. "No, I haven't read it." "Have you read one page?" "No, I haven't read it." Well, when you read a book, you think, particularly books on philosophy or relationships. And whenever you read a good book that's based on data, it's, like mathematics. If you know that there are 10,000 cars on the road and the road is this wide and the cars are traveling at 10 miles per hour, you can use that information to make good decisions. If you know that interest rates are going up, usually that means that growth stocks are staying stagnant, that house prices are staying stagnant. When interest rates go down, house prices, car prices go up. When you understand data, when you understand information, you can make a good decision. And so the process of thinking is, first of all, to bring in information. Information about how your body feels. Information about statistics. For example, if 50% of people who get married are happier and 50% of people who get married are more miserable, it's not a very useful statistic. You need more data. Is it all of the men get happier and all the women get more miserable? Is it 10% of people who do this, right, are always happier? Right? You need more information. A good statistic is something like 100% of the people who drink arsenic get poisoned. And 100% of the people who do not drink arsenic feel better than if they drunk arsenic. That's a really good statistic because you can say, now I'm not going to drink arsenic. If you know that 99% of everyone who gambles loses money over time, and you don't want to lose money, then you can say, well, I'm not going to gamble because I have a 99% chance. If 100 people start gambling, 99 of them are going to lose money. And only one is going to make money, and not over time, right? So if I want to make money, I'm not going to gamble. Now, if you know that 80% of the people who buy a house and take care of the house and pay off the mortgage, that 80% of those people make more money over time. The house appreciates in value. Then you have a good reason to say, I want to learn how to make enough money so that I can buy a house. Now, how do you do that? Well, you have to learn to be useful to somebody. You have to learn to be useful. And there's many ways of doing that. And you can often be a lot more useful working for yourself. And you can make a lot more money working for yourself than being an employee. But you've still got to learn to be useful. You can go on YouTube and say, how can I be useful? How can I be useful? Ways to start my own business. Ways to start my own business. How to start a business with no money. You have to think, right? You're not thinking enough. You're not thinking at all. You have to think. And you have to gather data. I could start a business like this. For example, when I started my business at age 17 with 2,000 pesos, right? It was easy to do. It took 2 weeks and 2,000 pesos. And that business has been making me millions of dollars ever since. So it's a good thing to do, but I had to learn. I had to think. I had to think about what were all the businesses that I could start. Then I had to think about what were all the businesses I would enjoy starting. Then I had to think about what were all the businesses that I could start for 5,000 pesos or less. How could I do it? And out of that, I chose landscape design, landscape construction, landscape maintenance. I also had to think about what I could do on my own because I wanted to work for myself. And so I picked one. And then I had to study. I volunteered. Can I help you? I want to learn, right? I had to find someone who knew more about the business than I did. Right now, it's so easy. It's free to watch videos on YouTube, so you can learn almost anything. But back then, I had to go places and spend time working for free or for very little money so I could have experience to learn so that I could help my clients. It's easy. But you have to think. And so once you start thinking, gathering information, and then making a decision. Now, if you love yourself, if you care about yourself, your country, your future, your family, generally speaking, you want to take the bet that is more likely to succeed. Now, what I mean by this is if I give you two hands and I say, in this hand, there's $80, and in this hand, there's $20. Now, you now have information. $80, $20. Now, your job is to make a decision. Which hand would you like to open and get the money? Now, if you say $20, I want to open this hand and have that money, you don't like yourself very much, right? Now, if you say, give me the one with $80, you like yourself a lot, right? You're doing the thing that's nice for you. Now, this is what life gives you every single day. If you watch TikTok, you will make $0. You will learn zero. You will learn zero, you will make $0. If you watch YouTube, how to start a business, you can make millions of pesos, right? Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions, right? So which one are you going to do? Are you going to watch TikTok or are you going to search YouTube? If you don't like yourself, you're going to watch TikTok because you're never going to go anywhere. You'll just scroll through and you will not bring your life forward. Now, life gives you another choice, right? To work for yourself or to work for somebody else, right? Well, it depends. You have to think, well, what would I do working for myself? How can I learn to work for myself? Life gives you choices every single day, and your job is to gather information because you don't know what's going on with these hands. I have to tell you, right? $20 this hand, $80 this hand. You know you want the $80. You don't want the 20. So you're going to pick this one. But the only reason you know that is I told you. But life doesn't tell you. You have to learn. You have to figure it out. You have to ask people. You have to pay attention. And then you learn that in every choice life gives you, there's a benefit, there's a problem. Which one do you pick? if you do not make a decision, you lose. If you pick the $20 and give up the $80, you lose. Right? So it's your job not just to think, but to gather information. So every day I want you to read something useful, to watch something useful. How to build a roof after a typhoon. Do you know how to do it? Study it on YouTube. There will be another typhoon, and what if it knocks down your roof? Will you be able to help your parents? Will you be able to fix your house? Or will you be helpless? Right? If you watch TikTok, you'll be helpless. If you study on YouTube, if you read a book, you will have information to make a good decision. Right? What is the best place to invest money over the next 100 years as a Filipina? Is it in investing in your own house? Or is it speculating on some new quick get-rich-quick scheme? Right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And so the problem is not that you are thinking too much. The problem is you do not have enough information to think intelligently. The problem is you're not gathering information every day to make a better decision. And once you make a good decision, because every single time life gives you a choice, one of them is better for you and what you want to do. But you need to know what you want to do. You need to know why you want to do it. And you need to know the statistics. You need to know the statistics that you are dealing with. Because if one, there's an 80% chance you win, and the other, there's a 20% chance you win. You need to know that so you can pick the right choice for you. Where are you thinking well? What is a good book that you've read recently? What's a good video that you can share with others? In the comments below, I want you to do something. First, I want you to go on YouTube and I want you to spend 1 hour learning useful things. I want you to make a list of useful things that if you knew how to do the electricity in your house, it would be useful. If you knew how to invest money, it would be useful. If you knew how to have a good conversation that would avoid a fight with your husband, it would be useful. If you knew how to start your own business, it would be useful. Not just start it, but succeed. If you knew that, it would be useful. I want you to make a list, spend 10 minutes making a list of 5 or more things that would be useful. Then I want you to go on YouTube, and I want you to type in search queries. And I want you to watch 1 hour's worth of videos. And then if you get anything useful, I want you to put it in the comments below. I watched this video and I learned this. And here's why it's useful. This will teach you how to think. Because no one is thinking too much. People are thinking stupidly. They're not, should I do this or should I do this? That's stupid. If you gather the information, you will say there's an 80% chance if I do this, it's good. There's a 20% chance if I do this, it's good. What's the thinking? You pick the one that is going to be better. Right? You pick the one that is going to make you a winner. If you do that, you like yourself. You're smart. That's what thinking is for. Gather information, make a good decision. Gather information, make a good decision. It's a good decision if your life goes up. It's a bad decision if your life goes down. That's it. Any decision that helps you go up slowly and steadily over the long run is a good decision. It means you like yourself. It means you're doing the right thing. Blessings. Thank you for taking this suggestion seriously, and please share what you've learned and where you've learned it in the comments below.